So once I pull out the data, I got the shock of my life. Freehold, the past 25 years, they earn about 147%. Leasehold, they earn in the same time period 223%.
Why Freehold a better product underperform so much as compared to a leasehold product?
Skip this video if you want sales talk, but if you want the honest truth, keep watching.
Welcome back to another episode of Haikal Titus Honest Truth.
HD. If you really like our content so far, remember to like, share and subscribe. It really helps us continue producing more and more honest content for you guys.
So first thing first, this is our QR code. If you do have any questions, do scan and get in touch with us. Alright, let's begin for today, Haikal. What are we talking about in this video?
Okay, so for today is a very common question among buyers.
Does size matter?
That is also one of them.
Oh,
top 5.
Okay.
But this is the all-time favorite question among buyers.
Which is?
Freehold against leasehold.
Yeah, okay.
This one I think every buyer will always ask me.
Yes.
Do I buy leasehold or freehold? Especially my foreigner clients.
So when it comes to freehold and leasehold, I think many of my clients and many of the viewers out there will always think that in Singapore, freehold is the best because the land is yours. Government cannot touch. Which is not true. If they want to do MRT lines, they can actually take back the land under certain law, right? I forgot already, throw back all the notes back to my studies already.
Definitely true. And I feel why so many buyers have this thinking, right, is because they feel buying freehold, own the land forever. Like what you have mentioned, it is definitely not true. And also on top of that, freehold condo is very limited.
Yes.
So when supply is low, a lot of people will think they will have better returns in terms of investment.
So government is not giving out any more freehold land.
Yes.
So the only way for freehold new condo is via
en bloc.
But en bloc will have its issue because prices will be very high.
Yes. And also a lot of law and legal issues also.
So that maybe will be another episode. But I think what we want to show here is actually this graph, a comparison between freehold and leasehold.
So what we have here is these two graphs. So you can see here, the blue line is freehold and then the red line is leasehold. So once I pull out the data, I got the shock of my life. So first of all, the blue line, freehold, the past 25 years, they earn about 147%.
Very good.
If you average it out, it's about 5.88 per year, it's about close to 6.
Good.
Which beats inflation lah.
Yes.
And maybe even other investment products.
Yep.
Not bad, right? But if you look at leasehold, they earn in the same time period 223%.
Why like that?
Which is, if you average about 8.9. Yeah, I also was like, wow.
That's almost 70% difference between leasehold. Whereby freehold is supposed to be the better product.
Correct. So if you go by data, pure numbers, when people say freehold is much better, but you can see here clearly leasehold is the one leading the way. So from this graph, there are two takeaways, right? First of all, property investment for the past 25 years, I think is a very solid investment.
Very stable in Singapore.
Yes.
But you know, sometimes my clients will mention, right, not sure if property can outbid stocks or even ETF, S&P 500, all these things.
Yeah.
And one thing that I think about property in Singapore is as the property price grow year on year,
Correct.
you don't forget you are actually utilizing the product. You are
Yes.
staying inside, you are using the toilet, you are flushing the toilet bowl, you are living inside. Stocks and share, you can only invest, but you cannot use. It's not
It's not tangible, you cannot touch.
Yes. So I think that's also one consideration point.
That's why if you've seen, I think there's a recent news, I think more and more people prefer property investment over other products. But if you have more knowledge in stock investment, go ahead. We are not here to stop you.
Yes. If you all have any good stock tips, right, can also let us know.
Can
We
scan
also want to invest and earn money together. But I think the interesting thing here is why freehold a better product underperform so much as compared to a leasehold product.
So if we want to understand this further, I think we want to look at two case studies,
Okay.
which might put some light on this huge difference.
Okay.
And also on top of this case study, we want to emphasize the importance of entry price point. So
Okay.
we don't want to just look at freehold and leasehold. What we want to is about understanding the importance of your price point.
So what we are going to look at right now is two popular condo in Bukit Timah, 4th Avenue Residences and RoyalGreen. But how come the logo look like same one?
You want to know why or not?
Why?
Because both developers are the same.
Okay, so
Both
copy and
are-
paste. Designer
Yes, so I
lazy,
think the designer just copy and paste, they just reuse the same person. This is why the logo looks the same. So it's very hard for me to find two developments, same developer, but one freehold and one leasehold. So this would be a very good comparison basically.
Yes. Which actually at that point of time whereby 4th Avenue residence launch, a lot of people say don't buy because it's a 99 years
Correct.
leasehold. Whereby Bukit Timah, the area is well known for freehold land and freehold condos.
Yes,
So
because
it seems like, hey, it's a dangerous entry.
yes, you are definitely right. At that point in time, people kept asking about this question. But now we move forward to today. We
Yes.
see how they have performed in the resale market. But before that, location-wise, this is RoyalGreen. This is 4th Avenue. Basically, they are about maybe
200 meters apart.
yeah, very short walk. So they share all the same amenities lah, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
So if we were to look at the two-bedder at RoyalGreen, right, the profit is 37,000
On average.
to 75,000,
Yes.
which, what do you think?
I think it's pathetic lah. To be honest, it's very little, and basically the owners lose money. If you take into account stamp duty, interest, legal fees, they didn't make any money lah.
So I think with all these examples, right, if let's say I'm a first-time property buyer, I also maybe lose faith in property. I will go and buy S&P.
Correct.
But now suddenly my dairy farm seems quite okay. Sorry, RoyalGreen buyers, but I feel a little bit better.
And you can see here the annualized returns down here not even 1%, 0.21 to 0.63. So it's really sad to buy the wrong product.
1% you put digital bank, I think the interest higher than
Can make more money, definitely. Yeah, that's why.
So any digital bank want to sponsor us, right? Can get in touch with us.
Call us.
We can insert the ads into our video. Then we move on to Leasehold 4th Avenue, right? Average profit is 135,000 and highest at 282,000.
But don't get us wrong, both this property did not perform well as compared to if maybe you have bought other OCR products.
Yeah.
But if you look at the leasehold versus freehold, this leasehold earned 100 to 200k more than the freehold.
Yes.
Which is something I think maybe strange to some people if you ask me lah.
Yeah, because when we first started, right, leasehold, freehold, I think 99% of us will choose, freehold better.
Correct.
But after looking at this data, we just hope to give you all a different perspective. Not saying that which one is better, but I think the key point here is the entry price.
Yes. Which we will explain a bit more later on in this video. But before that, Titus, what do we have next?
We can see same pattern, right? 3-bedder, a leasehold 4th Avenue earn more than a RoyalGreen freehold.
Yeah, so you can see here for RoyalGreen, the freehold average about 183,000. And then for the leasehold, 4th Avenue, the average was about 360,000.
Double.
Yeah. So the leasehold yet again earning more. Now this time is double.
So what do you think have caused this huge difference, right, in terms of this performance, like almost double for a leasehold, whereby they are actually same product, same developer, same time, everything almost the same?
Yes. So side by side, they're like twins, but the leasehold perform better. And like what I mentioned, it's all about the entry price point.
Okay.
So what do I mean by this? So we have this table to show the 3-bedder. So first of all, you can see here for RoyalGreen, they bought in at average of 262,007 PSF. So for the 4th Avenue, they bought at 2223. They sold at average of 2627.
Okay.
So where is this 2627 coming from? This is coming from the accepted pricing of. So the RoyalGreen, right, basically they set a benchmark in this area.
Yes.
But for them, when they want to sell in the resale market about 3,000 to 3,001, no buyers were able to accept.
Okay.
That's why they only sell at about 2,009 PSF.
So Haikal, for this information that you just shared, if you were to sum it up for our viewers, what would be the main message?
So the most important thing is definitely knowing your entry price.
Okay.
Always buy lower than what your neighbors have done.
Okay.
So that's easier for you to sell. Okay?
Okay, so next, right, we also want to look at two projects in the east, which is just 200 meters apart, right? We have Freehold, the sea view, versus the Shore Residence, which is a leasehold 99 years.
Correct. So you can see from this map here, they are really nearby to each other. And yet again, another freehold and leasehold. So from our experience, from what we have seen, now is it just buy leasehold and make money?
But this time round, right, we realized that the sea view, the freehold property, actually make 1.6 million in 6 years. That's almost 300,000 a year in terms of profit.
Yeah, this owner really what big, right? Don't need to win Toto. Now, who say freehold property cannot make money?
Then we look at the Shore Residence, right, the leasehold.
Yes.
In the same time period, it makes 750,000. Actually, it's not bad, but compared to the 1.6 million, become like
It's half.
not so good lah.
Yeah. So now leasehold and freehold very confusing. Earlier on, we saw leasehold make money. And then now, moving to the east, the freehold is the one making money.
Okay, Haikal, I'm very confused. Can you please explain how come the east side and the west side got this kind of difference?
So similar to what we saw over at 4th Avenue and RoyalGreen, right? It's also going back to the entry price point. So what we have seen like I mentioned, it's always important to understand your entry price point. So for this freehold, you can see they bought at 1.3, and then for the leasehold, right, it was more expensive at 1,004. Now freehold was cheaper than the leasehold.
Then buy freehold lah.
Definitely. So
But
that's
just now, the Royal Green and 4th Avenue is the leasehold is around $300 to $400 PSF cheaper.
yes.
So that's the case in Bukit Timah. But when you come here, freehold is 100 PSF cheaper than leasehold. Then it's kind of a no-brainer.
Yes, that's why it's important to do your homework and research, right, before buying any property out there.
And not just look at freehold, leasehold as in the top line. You have to really
Correct.
dig deeper into the entry price, the data to see all these numbers to help to make a decision.
Correct. Or, you know what you can do? Call us.
Okay.
Then we can help you do the research also. That is also another important thing. So scan our QR code.
So we hope that today's analysis of freehold versus leasehold give you a better understanding on what to look at just beyond the title of freehold or leasehold.
So if you have enjoyed today's video, please like this video or share with a family and friend who you think can benefit from this sharing.
Once again, thanks for watching Haikal Titus Honest Truth.
HT.
We see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.